So hey, what's up? In the kayak garage today, my trusty Pescador Pilot, which I love. Oh, look, another Pescador Pilot. So today, special video, I am going to outfit this new Perception Pescador Pilot. It's a 12-foot kayak with some new equipment and show you guys the setup. We're gonna put a live scope on it, which I have on this kayak already, but we're gonna move it over. I have a brand new GT54 UHD transducer for the bottom of it with the Ultra HD side scan and down scope or down scan. I don't know, whatever Garmin calls it, but it's pretty awesome. So I'll outfit this whole kayak, open it up, and let's see how we do. Alright, so I just want to give you a little overview of how this thing comes when it's shipped. Just took the plastic off, so everything is still in the original out of the box mode here. Your rudder comes zip tied on to the back here. See, it is missing a little strap here for the rudder. See if it got mixed up in the packaging or whatnot. If you look at my current Pescador, you can see there's this little strap that goes onto the rudder to keep it in place when you're transporting. But we'll take a look at that. Seat comes in two pieces when you get it. So there's the bottom and the top's here. This is the pedal drive when it comes. This one's been sitting around for a while. 03/6/16. My other one had a 2020 date on it. It was brand new. So the pedal drive comes in one package here. So this is the basic layout. You got your tracks for your seat here. There's some gear tracks on the side, which we're going to add some more new ones. These are the storage areas in these Pescadors, which I like a lot. It's a little different than some of the other like Hobies and stuff, but I think it makes more sense. I'd rather have more storage here than have these little pockets that you really can't do anything with on the side. If you look at the current setup model, this is where I keep all of my wiring for my live scope and sonar. It's all in here. And one pretty cool thing is that the wires, they actually put wire holes in here, so they know you're going to put electronics inside of it. There's also a scup hole here that's for the transducer wire to go on to the bottom. I'll show you when we mount that. This is where the pedal drive goes. It's pretty simple installation. It's one pin holds the whole thing, and you just pull and remove this pin to put the pedal drive down. You can see where the prop is through this hole. Oop. Close it up. There we go. It's pretty dusty in here though. Probably in the dirty warehouse. Alright, so I'm going to put that out. Wait, before I finish. There's also a dry storage area back here in all these kayaks. I was thinking about putting my live scope inside the body, but it's going to be mounted in the same spot it is here now on the other kayak. So the live scope is mounted right underneath the seat, which I think is a great spot. You're typically not going to try to get wet, even though the live scope is rated IP7 or whatever, or is it 67 or 7? I don't know. I talked to Garmin about it. I think it's 7. So it's pretty much waterproof resistance. It's not going to take it underwater, but it'll be fine if it gets splashed on or whatever. I like underseat because there's some good airflow and it makes just wiring it easier. This is only on with Velcro. But on the green kayak, we're gonna put it on with just screw it right into the body with some sealant. We're also gonna go over my live scope pole that we'll put in the other kayak as well. That's a DIY project to build that, since nobody sells a live scope pole for kayaks. We're gonna put on the scope mount and a couple gear attachment points for my cameras, etc. Alright, let's get building. So here's the pedal drive on this kayak. So it's different than, you know, your $4,000 kayak with the flutter pedals, but I actually prefer this one. It goes pretty quick, and my opinion, I think it would be better in coastal and you know, riding in the ocean waters. This prop really drives the system. So in the box, you get your pedal arms and your pedals. Instruction booklet attached to it. So there's one important thing when you're putting this together that you want to make sure you do, and I noticed that on my other Perception, which I didn't read the instruction booklet the first time I put this one together on my last drive, but it's super important when you put the prop up into the boat that when it comes into the little bay where it stores inside the kayak, that it's nice and straight. This is the prop that goes on it. Really nice smooth drive up on this thing. So when you put it on, put the pedals on, you want to make sure that the propeller is straight up and down with the shaft. There's also a little mark on top here I noticed, and I don't think they say anything about it in the instruction book, but this little arrow is where your pedal should be straight up. Well, in my mind, that's where it should be, because it just works properly with the storage units that's there. Otherwise, your pedals are gonna sit against the storage units, and you're not gonna be able to get into it when you have your drive system raised. You just take a big Allen key. Don't know the size, which is a big one. Now, if you've ever been into biking or mountain biking, like I have, pedals, one thread is opposite of the other. Like the right hand pedal is a regular clockwise screw-in, but the left pedal is counterclockwise, and they do that so it doesn't unscrew when you're pedaling. So let's put these on. Make sure you got the right one on the right side and the left on the left side. The prop should be facing up. Alright, now we're ready to put it into the boat. Make sure we get the whole view here. So there's first part here, hopefully you can see that through there, is this holds the pedal drive in place. The second bar, this is your slider. This is going to, and this one is on tight, I'm going to have to adjust that. Basically you pull this out to hold the pedal up, or to hold it in place when you're pedaling. So let's insert this into the shaft. You know what? I want to show you something first. before I put this in, I want to show you the well where this pedal goes in. So the whole prop and everything retracts up into here, and it's a really cool area. So these flaps cover the prop when it's not in use. So you can still hook along with a paddle if you need to, if you're going down a river or something. It's there. You can see, let me see that on this guy. So if you open up this one, you can see how the whole prop and everything comes right up on here. And underneath it's smooth. Nothing's there to get in the way. So if you're out in a river or something, you don't have to worry about it. It's clean and out of the way. I mean, in the more expensive ones with the flutter pedal things, the whole system lifts out, but then where are you gonna put it? There's not much room for that kind of thing on my kayak with all my accessories, so this makes a lot more sense. So just insert it down through there, and line up the bar. Perfect. Comes up nicely. Bars, put the pin in to hold it. This little cotter pin here goes into the bar to hold the pedal system up. That's it. Put the cover on. That's all there is. I'm going to do some adjustments to this in a little bit. I'll show you, because it's a little tight. There's these two pieces you got to slide down with the bar to when you put it in the down position, and if they're tight, they don't go anywhere. So yeah, you got to make sure they're looser. So we're going to put the seat together next here. It's a pretty cool system because it goes right into the tracks. The seat goes into a track system just like the Rail Blaza tracks or Yak Attack. If you look on the bottom, it's got the same exact clip system as, you know, these guys have. So this way you can slide it in and adjust it to where your legs match up good. Camp down. There we go. So that's it. Chair's in. Fold that down. This bungee cord goes over the back of the strap to keep the chair from coming up. So it'll take a minute to look at the rudder here. Got cut off the strap. So this is pretty easy to put on. It's pull out the straps a little bit. This piece goes down inside of the kayak, right here. There's a hole. And these two straps go on each side of the rudder. Go look at my other one. Move this lead core line out of the way. Here it is. So you can see that good. So you can see where that goes into each side of the rudder. And that controls the steering on each side, each pull of the rudder. And that steering control is up there on the side of the seat. Now the rudder control is on the side. So when you're going into the water, your rudder will be up like this. So then you could just pull this strap, this cord that's on the side with these little pulls that'll drop the rudder down into the water. So yeah, I had to redo one part here because I didn't think about that. There was a twist in the line. This was just twisted this way. It's not going to go up and down unless it's straight all the way across. And there's a little notch in there that holds this in place. So I had a hard time getting past it. There. Just doesn't seem like it goes all the way down. It does in my other. But it's in there. Alright, so how to put these guys on. So what I did here is set these posts for the steering cable. Come on, camera, focus. So you take this clip off, you slide this piece through, and then you put this rubber cap back on and slide that little metal clip back on top of the steering. So that'll secure the steering. And there's one for each side. You can take this kayak out in the water now and it'll run perfectly fine, but that's not how I did it. We're gonna put some cool stuff on here. I got some simple things and some more extreme electronics to put on it. My kayaks are death from above when it comes to fish. Live scope, nice electronics. They're pretty cool. So some simple things. Putting a wilderness systems net on the back of the seat. I like it because it just holds some extra stuff. Here's my fish finder mount. I use a Yak Attack rectangular fish finder mount. So it's going to go on the left hand side. I got a nice pair of Cast King pliers. These are stainless steel, awesome pliers. I like them attached to the side of the seat here, so just zip tie. And a pair, this is the most important part, the braided line cutting scissors. I love these things. I use them for everything. So let's get this stuff installed, and we're getting closer to being able to get this on the water. We'll start with the GT54 Ultra HD transducer. So this thing's gonna give you the clearest picture that a Garmin chart plotter can give you right now, or graph, whatever you want to call it, fish finder. We're going to mount this at a spot under the kayak. I'll show you where it goes, and we'll run the wire up through the scupper hole for it, and right into the one bay on the front of the kayak. And then we'll run the wire to the side, to the left hand side, where it'll go and connect to the graph itself. We're gonna go underneath the kayak here. So right here, right by that scupper hole, you can see those two screws. This is where your transducer is gonna mount. This is where I'm gonna mount this GT54 right there. If you look at my other kayak, you can see it under there. Where is it? There it is, right there. So it tucks it up right there pretty well. You can just barely see it off the bottom. So it's protected by the front of the keel and the hull. And it's right there. So the screws aren't long enough they give you to mount the transducer on the bottom. I had the same problem on that one. I should have got the screws earlier, so I gotta run down to the store and get some screws for that. But in the meantime, I put together the arm. Perception, I love these guys, but it just does not have enough gear tracks on it. It's only got these 2 gear tracks, and I guess you could put something in the gear track where your seat is, but I mean, your legs are gonna hit it when you're pedaling. So I like to use these Scotty gear tracks, the surface mount ones. They're fantastic. And I see a lot of them come with bolts, nuts and bolts you're supposed to put into it, but like, how are you gonna get in there and hold it? Whatever. So I like to use these self-tapping stainless steel screws with the black head on top, because once they're in, you can't even tell. Like, look on this side. It looks nice. So when I put them in, I actually add some RTV silicone to where the screws go, just to give sealant on there, just in case water does get up there, so you don't get any water into the hole. But this one I'm gonna pick a short one here, and I'm gonna put 2 8-inch tracks here on each side for more rod holders. But I only have one Yak Attack rod holder right now, and that's gonna go right here. If I can hold it, that'll be right here. All right. So the kayak's done. This thing is the ultimate Pescador Pilot. So let's go take a look at it.